Well, hello guys. This is me, Christian, again, guys. And basically, someone here for the specs of today's video. Well, all, of course, counting here. Well, just basically came to tell you guys we're doing another Me Talking to Viewers today. And yes, I will be basically taking it outside soon enough. I'll get a good glimpse of the outside right about now. See how it's coming along. Nice. Although, in comparison to like the other 2 years ago, guys, like definitely spring looks a lot like it's here now than like it definitely felt like spring came slightly sooner than last year. But then like 2 years ago, yeah, exactly. It would be looking a little bit more like spring now, I find. Like the grass would be a lot more greener, I feel like, around here, but it's almost getting there. Like there's just a few spots I'm still noticing here totally too, guys, that is pretty messed up. But then down here, it looks almost fully complete too. Like definitely got all the greener grass for sure now. Down there, nice. Over here, look at that. Yeah, I see a little bit the greener leaves sprouting just slightly. But this one's not even entirely close yet. This, on the other hand, yeah, so between this and that tree, like this one and that one, turns out they're actually more different trees. They're a little more different than I thought they were. I thought they were basically the same, mostly because I seen yellow leaves coming out with this one and that one during like the fall season in October. But not quite. But they are definitely starting to really begin to reveal their sprouty red to green leaves. Like the real green leaf colors are slowly showing now around near the end of April. And today we're on the very last day of April, by the way, before the very first day of May comes. And then we'll have a whole another 31 days to get through after tomorrow comes, guys, on the solid Friday. Morning, afternoon, evening, night time. I love singing this random song for no reason. Oh, yeah. Well, anyways, also we got slowly some slightly seedlings starting, but oh yeah, and a little, I guess, there too, but over there not so much. Kind of weird. Most of them are starting now, even as of down here, which has been also dead for a while too. They're all pretty much which coming around now. Here, I'll even give you a better glimpse. Well, not really calling it a sneak peek. Would, like I said, I'm taking this partly tour. Well, doing another episode like this or so, right outside. Over 200 of these me talking to you viewers out here, guys, for these somewhat self-conversations with you guys. Speaking to the camera at all. Well, here, y'all know my drill, the plan. Oh, yeah. So here I am just basically taking this to the midst of outside now in some 12-degree weather, which feels like 9. It's a little bit somewhat breezy outside. I take it throughout today. Now let's have an closer look towards these little seedlings here. Kind of slowly starting throughout there. How nice. Some soil seed. Not sure why that'd be out here in this time. It's not like we're growing any plants or nor gardens around here, although I'm seeing something somewhat grow there. Also, some flowers are coming in. Like I've been seeing a few dandelions along the way with me, well, going around through town and stuff. But then we have a very upper we have a very close look at this tree there, that one, and also at my very backyard too, right? Also by this point now as well, guys, just look. Well, as of now, in the midst of it all too, look at that, wow. Now I might as well be taking part of the scoop downtown. Well, not town. What am I saying? Am I stupid? No, I meant just on part of my view roads of the street here, y'all. A little bit more seedlings there. Oh yes. Got a lot more to view there. Definitely, you are somewhat noticing this huge difference. Comparison to like the last 20 days ago, I did this me talking to you viewers video, if you can remember that easily, guys. Yep. Taking more of this great tour out here. Like a lot of the seedlings are just on the rise, are really getting ready to grow now. But then, unlike looking here, seriously for real guys, sadly enough, I'm just looking here. Although I'm only seeing a few little seedlings for there, so yeah, quite crazy enough. I cannot wait for May for things to really start warming up, like say next week. It won't trust me, it won't within the first 2 or 3 days of May. But yeah, some people have been, yeah, okay, so it may look like spring got here a little bit faster than it did last year. But oh yeah, it's been by far the longest winter and the slowest spring feeling since when? Since this year, obviously, in 2026, guys. How look at that. I'm just gonna keep going forward. And not yet have I seen any real seeds starting to grow through. Not with this particular smaller tree, but I know these ones don't tend to grow green, they tend to grow purple. But most of them here, around here, they do shine green and somewhat forth. So I'm gonna keep looking. All right. And unlike these very dead flower beds here, like all of them going to the ground and stuff, well, not so much anymore. And although my cold is finally most likely gone by now, I'm still having the last few days, unfortunately, of dealing with some slight little hiccup episodes of the coughs that still come around. So over here, I'm seeing like a little bit of red by red, which obviously indicates the seedlings. But eventually those reds will form out to being really green, and we're gonna have a lot more brighter greener colors soon enough. Like say, like right here even, seeing some dark, bright green grass already slowly forming there too. Well, clearly we all know it's gonna happen. Like if it did this last year, there's most certainly in this case, which means soon enough this will begin to sprout. Newer flowers will begin to grow soon enough, like sooner than later. What's to be all expected, guys, for real. I hate how cold it feels, but yet somehow, surprisingly, it's in the double digits within the temperatures, guys. Look, I'm just gonna basically go a little more further this way, guys. Yeah, so here's some more seedlings for you guys. More ways to connect with nature and all. Some reason we got a bit of a yellow greenish branches instead of like the gray, but I think they're like bamboo ones if I'm not mistaken, right? I think those are typically what we consider them to be. But I can't wait for them to really become green. But this, for it to be fully green in like next month it's going to be like fully green. And like 2 to 3 months from now, we're going to then start to see the yellow kind of dandelion flowers start to rise again, just like we did before from last year And pretty much I would have to say every other year after that, guys. And covering over into this part of the area now, guys. Pretty much somewhat yep, looking at the nature, looking at the ground a bit. That one's really coming close too. It looks as if it's coming close. We're slowly seeing some lighter green in the trees, but those are just still the seedlings. With the seedling phase, I must say, near somewhat the ends of April here, but definitely this is normal around this time, near late April or at the very end of April, for majority of the grass to become darker green again, of course, guys. But then to still have a little bit of messed up looks to it, but it will become fully greener by, I say, the second week of May or third week of May, like almost mid-May. We'll see them fully green. Not only just fully green again, but two, getting ready to do its amazing, spectacular growing of the grass, getting, much taller for the mowing to begin, stuff like that. Also, too, guys, may I somewhat also add as well, along with this part of the journey, is that as well, I have been hearing somewhat, I've been slowly hearing people been mowing their grass a little bit, not a lot, only a few so far, because although most of which becomes green by now and definitely does 100% get taller, but some grows rapidly more taller than most. And I have to partly think the idea that people sometimes winterize their lawns over the winter. They do it more so during the fall season, say like September or October is like the perfect time to do so, because by November everything gets really cold by then, and then the snow likely starts just a little bit and then continues into like December, January, February, and most of March, and a little through sometimes April, early April and mid-April as well, right? Rarely late April, but yeah. Continuing to look through there, of course. And finally, I'm just gonna go here and look at the finale ending of, yeah, look at that. Seedlings there, final leaves coming off of there. Not as many, or basically no more left. And if anything to do with the remaining leaves, obviously sometimes people, like, we might think we're doing a good job of cleaning up all the leaves off the ground, but it surprises us with most of which can sometimes land on more lawns when unexpected completely, really, yeah. Still can't believe they've cut most of these down by now, but yeah, then there's like these ones over here. Not so much, but anyways, that was just a coverage of a new solid update for you guys. In like, well, what are we now in? Still kind of early spring. I wouldn't typically call it early anymore, but we're not exactly into mid-spring yet either, guys. Maybe say coming in next week from now, like May 6th or May 7th, or May 8th, I don't know. No, it might be May 6th, when we'll probably be mid-spring. So I gotta say next week, guys. Yesterday was the Wednesday, April 29th of 2026, and now today brings on Thursday, April 30th, of course. The very last day of April. Also happens to be the very last day of the month, unfortunately, for the Autism Awareness Month. And there was like Autism Awareness Donuts that was on like April 28th of Tuesday around my local area. But yeah, that was just the non-important news to bring out, possibly talking about tasty donuts and all. You know, I like food, lol. But anyways, seriously now, this is the very last day of the month for one or two particular reasons. But anyways, I'm not going to explain anymore, guys. I'm just going to basically be going ahead now. Logging out with this video now. So, yep. Basically, take care, y'all. Probably won't expect me to do another spring video until some point along May, which I don't know when I'm gonna do it, of course. But when I do, guys, that post is gonna come right onto a YouTube video, and you guys will probably know by then. Won't even have to let you guys know, because most of which could be set in the YouTube notifications if you hit the subscribe, or turn on the notifications if you guys want as well, to keep posts up to date. I do upload regularly. I don't typically upload videos, YouTube videos every day. But we get the chances otherwise. Yeah. Whenever it just feels like an interesting update of a video game, or if there's something clever I just want to talk to you guys about with completely random topics which could happen in my video game videos, or regular moments like this, settling more of the talking to you viewer style. So yes, although it doesn't typically happen every day, I try to get my videos done as close as I can to almost every day. But you know that every YouTuber's got to have a break one way or another. Now, I guess if people are getting promoted, and sometimes YouTube could be like a job for some people where they can actually get monetized, they get paid a lot, right? And with that so being the case, that means people are constantly spending hours and hours every single day on making the proper edits and getting uploaded to YouTube eventually, either weeks or months later down the road, actually earning the money and stuff. And then there's people like me where we can just end the video. We can just end the video journey whenever we want, but we just choose not to. Because sometimes making random videos out of nowheres just satisfies the day. Satisfies with entertainment. Wherever I could be at, which I know it tends to be sort of a repetitive journey. Not exactly, because I am out in different sceneries, doing different videos at different random times, doing like different textures, different subtitles of the video, all etc. I'm not going to explain the details any much too further, along with the fact I am just basically ending now. If you want me to specify better, feel free to ask me questions in the comments, and I'll try to explain the best I can to the best of my abilities with the knowledge, of course. Well, anyways, like I said, I'm going now, so take care, y'all. Have the rest of you guys' best days or nights wherever you guys are in the beauties of the wonderful world. Anyways, Christian signing off. For real. Bye-bye. Oh yeah, boy.